Hello friends, my name is Marty and I have rheumatoid arthritis. I was diagnosed with RA in April of 1987, nearly 37 years ago. Since I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, I've also been diagnosed with a few other rheumatoid diseases, autoimmune diseases that go hand in hand. But most recently in December, I had a terrible flare. My hands, my fingers were so swollen, and they started getting little black spots around my nail beds in the skin, all around my nails on the sides. It looked like I'd bumped the corners of my nails or bumped the top of my nail at the base of my nail bed. And it was just black spots under my skin, like dark blood bruises, blood blisters. I went to the doctor, went to the rheumatologist December 29th, and he diagnosed me with rheumatoid vasculitis. It's cutaneous, just limited to my fingers, so I'm a lucky one because it can be a really dreadful disease to have. He asked me to please stop taking Actemra. I had my last injection, which I gave myself injections of Actemra for several years. Didn't bother me. It was every other week. I've had rheumatoid arthritis for a long, long time, so I've taken lots of different shots, given myself lots of different shots, so I'm okay with that. So between each shot, I had to go a couple of days before the next one to get blood work to make sure that my white blood count was good. I had a CBC, CMT, complete metabolic panel, CMP, and also a couple of other little ones to check on my inflammation. So I did all those 4 tests every 2 weeks, a shot every 2 weeks, and that all ended on January 11th. So we waited for that medication to get through my system, and I started today, March 5th, with my new medication, Rituxan. Rituxan is an infusion. I had to go to an oncology infusion center. There were other people there with cancer. There were a couple of ladies that were having a really tough time receiving iron infusions. I'm guessing that's something that goes hand in hand with the cancer infusions. I don't know. But they were having a tough time, and I felt so badly for them. I was a little nervous yesterday. I did take a Xanax. It helped a whole bunch. So when I woke up this morning, I felt fine still. So I guess I got over that hump. I was nervous because I had taken Remicade in the past, so hopeful that it would help. It's been many years ago. And they started the IV. They had given me a steroid and Benadryl before the IV. And even though they did all of that, I had a very, very strong reaction to the medication. So they stopped it, said, nope, you can't have it. I left crying, the end. So here I am with Rituxan, a little apprehensive about the infusion because I know infusions will surface any rejection really quick. And so they started me with 2 Tylenol, 325 milligrams. So I took 650 milligrams of Tylenol, popped them in my mouth. And they added 25 milligrams of Benadryl in my IV with a saline solution. Once that was going, they went ahead and started the Rituxan. And I did great. They started it really low, like 45 milliliters an hour, and then bumped it up every half an hour. And I was up to 120 milliliters an hour. They started at about 9, I guess. And here it was 11 o'clock, and my rib cage started itching right underneath my bra. And I thought, gosh, if I wasn't wearing a bra, this would be a lot more comfortable. And then I thought, my neck itches. Oh, the sides of my mouth itch. What is going on? So I called the nurse because that's not a good thing to be itching. They stopped everything, added 25 more milligrams of Benadryl. There was a doctor there that told them what to do. And also 10 milligrams of mexa, I don't remember. It's some kind of steroid. Mexa. They called it mexa, M-E-X-A. So they gave me that. It makes you feel warm all over when they first start it. It's okay. It's, a drug. Drugs do things when they put them in IVs. The Benadryl makes you feel sleepy all of a sudden when they start it, and it changes my vision. So the trees outside of the window I was watching lost their leaves. They were just a green blob. But it stopped the itch, so I was good. So they went ahead and started the Rituxan at a lower dose, 90 milliliters an hour, bumped it up every half hour, and I was able to go up to the 300 milliliters an hour by the end. I was finished by 4 p.m., so I got there at 8:30, first person there, and I was the last person out at 4:30, I think it was, by the time I left. So it happened. I got my Rituxan, yay! And I'm really hopeful that it's going to do what it's supposed to do. It's one of the few biologics that address both rheumatoid arthritis and vasculitis. So if it stops the vasculitis, I will notice a decrease in spots. I think they said 4 to 8 weeks. 4 to 16 weeks. Yeah, 4 to 16 weeks, the spots should decrease. So in 16 weeks, 4 months, I may not have any more vasculitis spots on my hands. And if it helps with the rheumatoid arthritis, I should notice that in, I think 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 4 to 8 weeks, I think it was. And that's fine. I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm taking prednisone, 10 milligrams a day. I have since I was diagnosed with vasculitis. And I'll show you the ones. I only have one spot right now, so I'm pretty happy. They're usually near my fingertips, and I know that I've mentioned my hands are a little deformed, but I've had a lot of surgeries. So here's my good hand. Yay! This finger has been fused. I'll show you what it looked like. You can see my other hand. This finger has had a rheumatoid nodule removed, but it's come back, and vasculitis is on that finger. Let's see if I can get it to show. There. That's vasculitis. It's under my skin. They tend to like my nodules, so if I have a nodule on my finger, I'll get a vasculitis there before I'll get it in a regular place. I do get it on the edges of my nails, around the base of my nail or the sides of my nails. This one looks like I may be getting one in there. Looks like I might be getting one on the side of that nail, but maybe not. Maybe it's just that one. I do have spots on the backs of my hands. That's from the sunshine, from being a kid in the sun. I grew up in Florida. So here's the other hand. This is what that other pinky looked like. Big old rheumatoid nodules growing on it. The end of my pinky, my tendon is broken, so I can bend it, but I can't straighten it. Bends here. So I have some movement, but I don't make a fist very well, and my wrist doesn't move very far because it's been worked on. I've had probably 20 operations. I've had the MCPs on my pointer and my long finger replaced. My PIPs on all of my fingers worked on. This DIP on my ring finger has a rheumatoid nodule in an artificial joint. Can you see the artificial joint? Yeah. And this one, just rheumatoid nodule on rheumatoid nodules. Here's something fun. The DIP, the joint closest to your pinky, that's osteoarthritis. The PIP, the joint between the MCP and the DIP, those are rheumatoid. So these that you see here are rheumatoid arthritis joints. These that you see on the ends, next to the nails, are osteoarthritis joints. I was supposed to get this hand fixed, this finger and this finger, this week actually, but that got nixed so I could start the Rituxan. Yeah. So I'm okay. We're all okay. You're going to be okay too. So I feel good. I'm a little tired. It could just be because it was a long day. It could be a response to the chemicals that are coursing through my veins. But it was a relaxing day. I read a book. I had lunch. I had some crackers and some little finger foods, veggies and fruits. And I'm having a cup of tea right now. This is some vanilla chai tea. It's delicious. See how I hold a cup? Hang on. Like that. my thumb goes underneath and the rest goes in my palm. That's how I hold my cup. Works for me. So when you've had a disease like mine and you've had as much damage as me for this many years, I'm not sad that my hands don't have full function. I'm accustomed to it. It happens slowly. I didn't wake up one day and just not have hands that work, have hands that didn't work. It happened slowly, and so it's not a big loss. I'm sure if I had a terrible accident and lost the use of my hands in one day, it would be horrendous, but it's not like that. Yeah. So I'm good. How about you? If you have questions about Rituxan, how I felt doing it, if you'd like to see a picture, I might stick a picture in the comments if they'll let me of what the infusion center looked like before everybody came in from my seat. Yeah, it's an easy day. I have another one March 19th in 2 weeks, and then another one in 6 months. So there's no shot every other week. There's no blood work every other week. This is going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to feeling better and being a healthier person. So you have a wonderful day. Do the share thing. Join if you'd like so you can get future updates on my newest videos. I plan on doing one every week. So go ahead and subscribe if you'd like. I'd like you to. And put any notes down of any questions you have and I'll answer them for you. So don't you forget, don't let your disabilities define who you are. Have a great day. Bye-bye.